Back inside the Newman Flanagan Center, we apologize for the technical difficulties that we were having with our web stream provider, but glad to have you back with 6:56 to play here in the third quarter. We are tied at 34 on the Charger Sports Network at BCU Chargers. Alyssa Carley, basketball for the Chargers. Sokolowski, Allen, Carley, Deitzler, and Kalina Asbill make up the Charger 5. Connor Sudman will not be back tonight. She tweeted neat, looks like, in the first half as she's back on the bench, thankfully. Carley's shot is off the mark, knocked out of bounds and poked by Deitzler. Macy Nilsson will check back in Jamestown. They've got 2 second-half baskets from Olivia Anderson. Jamestown led by a point at the half. Peyton Slaughter back to Briar Cliff. But the short bench for the Cliff got shorter. Playing without Businger tonight, so it's Dreckman, Lamprecht, Kagan Held, Kalina Asbill that have seen action tonight. Coach Power will go with that for the rest of the way, along with the 5 on the floor. Got to do what you got to do, right? Got to play through it. Score fires to the free throw line. Nice backdoor bounce pass. Left-hand shot up and in for Olivia Anderson. Deitzler on the drive. Deitzler's shot blocked out of the air. A couple of Jimmies get a hand on it, but Peyton Slaughter gets it back for Briar Cliff. Slaughter out to the free throw line. Deitzler with a jumper. Good. Madeline Deitzler has 8. .36. 5:36 to play in the third quarter. Fed far corner. Nilsson for 3. No good. Off the mark. It bounces to the front of the rim where it's pulled in by Anderson. Put back up and a good. She's got 8. In the second half, 11 on the night for Olivia Anderson. Allen looks at some full court pressure. Slaughter there to help. Slaughter back to Brianna Allen. They break the timeline and get it into the front court. Bounced ahead to Alyssa Carley. Carley back to Brianna Allen. Slaughter up top. Sokolowski comes out high post. They can't get it to her. Carley fires for 3. No good. Full offensive read by Peyton Slaughter is fouled from behind by Kaya Tower. That'll be a 4th. Just the first here of the quarter. So the Charge will have it right side of the hoop. 4:58 to play in the third quarter. 38-36 Jamestown. Carley tries to fight through a screen. It goes in up top. Dreckman will hand to Brianna Allen. Allen dribbles. Right wing. Fed to Slaughter at the free throw line. Carley comes off a screen. Will pop a shot top of the key. Rolls out. No good. Rebounded by Jamestown. Outlet cover near side for Emma Storr, who works the left side of the floor. Now looking right. Good ball movement by the Jimmies. Open 3 up top. Good. Mackenzie Higland for 3. She's got 5. Jamestown opens a 5-point lead. Carley open for 3. Near corner in front of the bench. No good. Rebound pulled in by Higland. Cleared by Jamestown. Storr. The hold. Off of the right wing up top for Jamestown. Down to 15 on the shot clock. Side to Anderson. Right side lay in good. She caught it. Took a step to the right and laid it up in 43-6. Jimmy's. Right side of the circle. Top of the key for Slaughter over Dreckman. Sarah Dreckman looks inside. Goes to Allen. Right elbow. Allen takes a few dribbles and leaves it off for Slaughter. And an offensive foul whistled against the Chargers. Against Brianna Allen. That'll be first. First of the second half. Timeout on the floor by Coach Mike Power. 43-36 ball game. 3:47 to play here in the third quarter. Chargers shooting 9 of 34 for 26%. Jamestown at 16 of 44, good for 36%. From beyond the arc, Jamestown 5 of 12, Briar Cliff 4 of 15. Free throw line, Jamestown 6 of 8. Chargers 14 of 17. So it's 43-36. Jamestown has fought back very nicely, outscoring Briar Cliff 34-17 over the second quarter, first 6.5 minutes here of the third quarter. Jimmies have really turned the tides on Briar Cliff. 7-point lead for Jamestown. They have the basketball following Coach Power's timeout. Nilsson will dribble. She'll bounce it. High side off into the corner. Hickman was open for threes and take it. She'll feed it back inside for Higland, who falls away from the hoop, but shoots it up and over the rim and in. 35-36 of the day for Jamestown. Chargers look to cut into it. Deitzler, jumper, top of the key, good. Madeline Deitzler with 10. For Charger into double figures. 45-38 game. Hickman on the dribble. Higland let a three go. Drives left side instead. Gets an open lay-in. Good spot by going baseline for Maisie Higland. And it's 47-38 Jamestown. Slaughter and Allen, they kick over to Drew. Dreckman looks inside for Deitzler, really fighting for position. They can't get it to her yet. Carly drives, gets the low. To go and an and one coming for Alyssa Carly. Her 10th point of the night. And a free throw opportunity on the way. Foul be against Mackenzie Higland. And that'll be the 5th Jamestown foul here of the third quarter to the Chargers. With double bonus free throws, the rest of the 2:43 to go in the quarter. Carly at the free throw line. She'll flip it up and through. 11 now for Alyssa Carly. Team high in scoring there. Madeline Deitzler sits with 10. Connor Sudman injured earlier in this game in the second quarter. Fires a bullet straight up top to Hickman. Hickman takes a dribble and looked to feed it inside a little deeper, but it was kicked by the Chargers. Slow down. Allen goes for the steal, almost gets it all loose. Now kicked loose deeper in the backcourt. It'll go bounds. Jamestown will have it as Allen and Carly both hit the deck for BCU. Great defensive effort. Referees will convene for a moment. There was a lot going on there. They just got what they called, to be honest with you. A lot of fingertips and a little bit of area. Higland turns, fires inside. Maslowski's basket is good on the turnaround from right in front of the basket off her left hand. It's 49-41 away. Turnover back to Briar Cliff. 10-point lead with 6:15 to play. Go time for the Cliff. Energizer Bunny Peyton Slaughter with the basketball. Slaughter, top of the key, working right side with a dribble. Carly open for three, top side, good! Alyssa Carly with 19. DeMars dribbles through traffic, cuts a double team, muscles it up good. Sokolowski and DeMars fight for the round. It'll be a jump. Jamestown will keep it. Little pirouette at the free throw line. Hickman left open. She'll take the jumper and score. She's got 4. Dreckman Deitzler, that is, try to go toast and doesn't fall through. Allen, though, gets the steal. Chargers get it back. Carly in the backcourt will pop it to Slaughter for 3. No good. Down poked back to Slaughter, where she's run into and fouled by Hannah Mars. That'll be her second. Team second. 5:18 ball game. 2:53. Jamestown has the lead, but the Chargers have the basketball. Sokolowski will give it back to Peyton Slaughter. Slaughter up top, working to the right wing to Carly. Carly wants another lead. No good. Can't get the roll. Slaughter tried like to steal it and send it in, but just ran out of room. So it'll be Jamestown basketball. Tower brings it up for the Jimmies. Left wing for him. Emma Storr comes out to get it back to Hickman. Hickman drops left baseline. She'll leave it off for Anderson on the wing. Storr had her pass, batted down, stolen by Allen. Right side lay-in, Brianna Allen up and over the, no good. Carly gets the rebound, steps out for a shot, and is fouled. Emma Storr will pick up her second, team's third. Carly's free throw is good. Alyssa Carly with 20. The senior doing everything in her power to will this team tonight. She's got 21. 62-55, 40 to play in the ball game. Tower trying to get around Slaughter. Goes down to Anderson in the paint. Hook shot no good. Rebounded by Carly. Here come the Chargers. Carly across the half court, bounces down to Deitzler. Deitzler contorts her around Olivia Anderson. Got a shot away somehow. It all goes Anderson, her second, team's fourth. Just a solid effort by Madeline Deitzler, and the Chargers right back in this one, trailing by 7. Timeout on the floor by the Jimmies. They'll have 2 remaining. 62-55 with 4:26 to go in the ball game. Madeline Deitzler will be at the free throw line when we come back on the Chargers Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. Deitzler's free throw is good. The second one is good as well. Madeline Deitzler with 12. She hits them both down to a 5-point game. 4:20 to play. 62-57. Tower dribbles around Slaughter. Bounces inside for Anderson. Samowski goes for the steal, but will get tagged with a foul. That'll be her 4th. Sarah Dreckman back into the Charger lineup. Tower gets the inbounds play. A timeout by Jamestown. 4:10 to play in the ball game. 60-57. It'll be a full timeout. And we'll take it with them. We'll be right back on the Chargers Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. Four minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the game. The Jimmies down at just one timeout. They lead by 5, 62-57. Briar Cliff being led tonight by Alyssa Carly with 21 points. Madeline Deitzler with 12. Peyton Slaughter with 8. Connor Sudman hurt earlier tonight in the second quarter of the game. She is one of the lead cheerleaders on the Chargers bench right now, trying to root on her teammates. Jaden Businger was hurt on Saturday. So the Chargers a little light on players tonight, but the ones that have played have been great. They have worked their tail off and then some. Peyton Slaughter, for one, deserves a nap. Down to 2 on the shot clock. Long 3 from deep, almost banked in by Josephson, but it's pulled away by the Cliff. Slaughter, Dremlin, boy, all deserve a nice big post-game meal. Deitzler's worked her tail off in the paint all night. Slaughter fires far side for Allen, out of bounds. Needed to throw a curveball and threw a fastball. Lambert and Asbel and Sokolowski off the bench. If you showed up with a jersey tonight for Briar Cliff, they have played so hard. Allen goes steal, almost hits it, Sore pulls it back in. Tower lost it, squirts to the backcourt. It's a race, and it'll be over and back. It was first touched by Joseph, but let's see if Mr. Referee overrules here, because it was tipped that way. They're going to stick with a call, okay. because I wasn't sure who touched it last. I'll be 100% honest with you. 3:20 to go, 62-57. Alyssa Carley will do the inbounding. Brendan Deitzler sets some screens. Slaughter pops out top to get it. Slaughter will go to Deitzler. Deitzler at the free throw line. She'll back in and do a jump stop. Out to Along, three, no good. Strong rebound inside for Olivia Anderson as she used her 6'1" frame to go up and get it. 5-point lead for Jamestown, 3 minutes even on the clock. Then side to Anderson where she's triple teamed. It goes out of bounds, but a foul helped it there. Let's see, it'll be called against Dreckman. That'll be her third, just the team's third of the fourth quarter. Jamestown with the inbounds play and 2:56 to go. It's overthrown into the backcourt. Schmidt does run it down. Now Carley almost gets the steal as she goes hopping. Slaughter gets the rebound. Slaughter going coast to coast. Slaughter's in, no good. Left off the rim. And now foul by Taylor Lamprecht on the Chargers. Will walk to the other end. Lamprecht's second foul. Chargers 70, Jamestown play catch. Tower gets it back up top. Store down to Anderson. Anderson makes sure it's the cutter to Marsh. Shot is off the mark. Dreckman had the run, had it taken away. Then it's popped into against Lamprecht. Chargers come out with it. Coach Power tells his team, slow it down. Let's get a good shot. 2:05 to play overtime. As DeMars pokes the basketball, shoots on Slaughter. Slaughter dribbles through it onto the wing. And a foul, I believe, will go to Emma Storr. And that'll put Taylor Lamprecht on the free throw line. Storr's third. Courtney Malowski into the ball game for the Jimmies. Within 2 minutes to go in overtime. Briar Cliff. Lamprecht's free throw is good. Lamprecht with 5 points in overtime. 5 of the 7 Charger points have come in OT. Second one for Taylor Lamprecht, good. Wow, an incredible over Taylor Lamprecht. 72-67, 1:45 to play in overtime. DeMars will dribble. She'll hit a store. Tower long three, good. Tower for the long three, 72-70. Big time three by the freshman guard. Slaughter dribbled traffic all the way to the front of the rim, lay in, no good. And Slaughter hurt. Also back defending, now she is. She's going to gut it out as the ball kicked. She's going to walk it off. Because I don't think anybody's going to tell her she's going out of the game at this point. Tower will inbound. Her team trails by 2 with 1:15 to go. That's a travel. Yes, it is. Turnover to Briar Cliff. Caught the inbounds play, went to step back, and took too many. Coach Mike Power is going to call a timeout with 1:17 to go in overtime. Briar 72, Jamestown 70. Briar Cliff shooting 20 of 63 for 32%. Jamestown 26 of 72 for 36%. Briar Cliff, Jamestown both 7 3-pointers tonight, but it's Briar Cliff at the free throw line. Really the reason they're even having this opportunity. 25 of 30 from the free throw line. Jamestown is 11 of 16, and you might think there's a big disparity in the fouls, but there is not. Total fouls on the game, Jamestown 24, Briar Cliff 21. The Chargers have just fouls in the paint more effectively than Jamestown has, and that led to the free throws. So they've converted the opportunities that they've had. Slaughter gives it to Lamprecht, and over to Allen, back to Lamprecht. They'll fire to Slaughter. Slaughter will turn as she crosses the half-court stripe, is fouled by Paige Schmidt. So Slaughter will go to the free throw line. It'll be Paige Schmidt's second foul. Corey Hickman back into the lineup for Jamestown. So it'll be Peyton Slaughter at free throw line. She's 4 of 5 on the night from the free throw line. 10 points on the evening. Couple ones here for Peyton Slaughter. First one is good. 11 for Peyton Slaughter. 1:08 to play, 73-70. Slaughter misses the second. Maslowski with the rebound. Worked up quickly by the Tower. Dribbles into the paint. Storr works it down to the baseline. Hickman back up top for Storr. And over to Paige Schmidt. 15 on the Jamestown shot clock. Tower drives. Throws it away inside. Alyssa Carley with a steal. Slaughter will throw back to Carley, who will work it across the half-court stripe. Carley picks up her dribble and goes to Slaughter near the center court circle. She'll be fouled by Hickman. Hickman serves. Slaughter will go back to the free throw line with 39 seconds left. Olivia Anderson back in for Jamestown. Duo of Anderson and Maslowski have combined for 20 points tonight, but it's Briar Cliff 73, Jamestown 70. Free throw for Slaughter is good. 12 for Peyton Slaughter. Back to a 2-possession game. Slaughter's second free throw is good. Slaughter with 13, and a timeout by the Jimmies will be a 30-second timeout. So they can dance and put the ball in play in the offensive zone. It'll the far side of the floor. 39 seconds left. 75-70 in overtime. A win would put the Chargers in a 3 tie for 8th place in the conference going into the final day of the regular season on Saturday. Well, they'll have a chance to make the postseason tournament. Never mind the fact that it would be defending national champion Concordia. We don't care about that right now. Just win some games. 75-70 with 39 seconds left. It's double bonus free throws, both teams. Every time the whistle is a foul. Jamestown had 1 timeout remaining. Chargers out. Bounce into Anderson. DeMars has the top being guarded by Hannah Allen. DeMars cuts right, looks to dump it off inside to Anderson. Practice with very good stand-up, straight-up defense. Dreckman comes out basketball. Try to have it 20 seconds left. They try to play. Carley fouled with 20 seconds to go. Hannah DeMars will pick up third. (75-70). Carley's free throw no good. Carley's second free throw is good. 25 for Alyssa Carley. Timeout by the Jimmies. 20 seconds to go. 76-70. Chargers be led by Alyssa Carley, 24 points. Madeline Deiser fell down to 16. Probably the biggest story of overtime is Taylor Lamprecht, who's got 6 points in overtime, 8 points on the night. But she helped fuel this charge at the beginning of the overtime session with a couple of baskets and then a couple of free throws. The double-digit scores for Briar Cliff tonight. Carley 25, Deiser 16, Peyton Slaughter with 10. Doing this without Connor Sudman, who was hurt in the second quarter, and without Jaden Businger, who was injured on Saturday. So it has been a 100% total team effort by Briar Cliff. 20 seconds, so Chargers up 76-70. Storr inbound. Tower comes to try to get it. Storr goes into the corner instead. Storr gets along the wing, fires a long three, no good. Rebound to Anderson, poked out of her hands to Lamprecht, who's fouled. That would have got Tower her fifth. She will foul 3. Taylor Lamprecht will go back to the free throw line. Couple couple of huge free throws here with 11 seconds left. Lamprecht free throw good. 9 for Taylor Lamprecht. Lamprecht's second free throw is up and no good, but it's 78-70 Briar Cliff. 10 seconds to play in overtime. Down to 9. Down to 5. Three-pointer for the near corner off the mark. Rebound will squirt through a few hands to Dreckman, who will hold on, and the Chargers win it. What a great game by Briar Cliff. Final score in overtime. Briar Cliff 77, not 78. Sorry, I was reading the scoreboard. Briar Cliff 77. Jamestown 70. Chargers in the 7-4 conference play, 10 and 19 overall. But that will put them in a three-way tie for 8th place in the Great Plains Athletics. They'll have a shot to make the postseason tournament coming up on Saturday with this awesome overtime win that would not have happened without Alyssa Carley's near half-court three-pointer at the end of regulation that helped push this game, that did push this game into overtime. In the extra session, the Chargers scored Jamestown 13-6 and get the victory. The Jimmies fall to 16 and 13 overall, 9 and 12 in Great Plains Athletic Conference play. But what an awesome victory by the Briar Cliff Chargers here tonight. We'll give you some final stats here. Whew, what a game. That was fun. Alyssa Kelly with 25, Madeline Deitzler 16, Peyton Slaughter 13, Taylor Lamprecht with 9. Connor Sudman with 6, Shannon Sokolowski 3, Kalina Asbill with 2, Brianna Allen hit a 3. For the 77 total Briar Cliff points for Jamestown. They were led by Olivia Anderson with 13, Hannah DeMars with 10, Courtney Muslowski with 9, Mackenzie Higlin with 9, Emma Storr with 8, Paige Schmidt and Corey with 5 each, Macy Nilsson with 3, Kaya Tower with 3. Final score in overtime, 77-70. The Chargers get the win. Briar Cliff shoots 20 of 63 for 32%, 7 of 24 beyond the arc. Jamestown 26 of 75 for 35%, 7 of 32 beyond the arc. And at the free throw line, Briar Cliff 30 of 38. Jamestown 11 of 16. Final score, Briar Cliff 77, Jamestown 70. We'll take a break. We'll come back on our One-Eyed Jacks post games. We'll get more stats for you here in just a sec. And of course, as I say that, no break necessary. Final stats are in hand. Here we go. Bench scoring, 29-17 for Jamestown. Points in the paint, 36-20 for Jamestown. Second chance points, 14-11 for Jamestown. Points off of turnover, huge for Briar Cliff. 34-15 points off of turnover tonight. They turn Jamestown over 30 times. Briar Cliff does turn the ball over 23 times, though, in victory. Biggest lead of the day was 13 in the fourth quarter. That means at the 7:21 mark. Briar Cliff's biggest lead was 12, 10 seconds into the second quarter. Score was tied 5 times. The lead changed hands on 3 different occasions. In overtime, Briar Cliff 77, Jamestown 70. Other finals from GPAC. For Hastings over Doane, 95-59. Northwestern knocks off Dakota Wesleyan 63-58 up at the Corn Palace. Concordia 75-68 over Midland. So Concordia picked their 20th conference victory and earned no less than a tie for the GPAC title. Win on Saturday, they win it outright. Doherty 60-42 winner over Mount Marty. And ringside, a big win over College of St. Mary, 79-47. So the seeding pretty much falling in line heading to the final Saturday. Concordia top 21, Hastings 19-2. These are conference records. Morningside at 15-6, Dordt at 14-7, Dakota Wesleyan 13-8, Northwestern 12-9. Jamestown 9-12. So that's 1 through 7 if it stays that way. Of course it doesn't, because we'll have some head-to-head matchups, but that would be Mr. Western reference office dream there. But then it's Mount Marty, Midland, and Briar Cliff, all at 7-14, all with a shot at the postseason tournament. The win Saturday. Doane coming on Saturday. Doane is 1-20 in the conference, 2-24 overall, but Coach Power will definitely have his team ready to go because you can't take anyone like the Great Plains Athletic Conference. There's no doubt about that. What a game. Overtime win for the Cliff. 77-70 your final on the One-Eyed Jacks postgame report. We will take a pause now and we'll switch gears and get you men's basketball as we turn the page to game 2 of our doubleheader. Coach Danny Neville's got his Jimmies at 18-10, 9-9 in the GPAC. Coach Svagera and his troops are 14-14, 5-13 in Great Plains Athletic Conference play. And Briar Cliff with a shot here to head into the postseason tournament on the men's side as well. We'll shake all that loose for you coming up in just a little bit. Game 1 goes to the Chargers, 77-70 in overtime of Jamestown. Thank you to One-Eyed Jacks, our presenting sponsor for tonight's game. We'll be back in a few minutes with our pregame for men's basketball coming up on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. Again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Flanagan Center on the campus of Briar Cliff University in Sioux City, Iowa. I'm Justin Barker. Glad to be joining you tonight for the second half of our doubleheader. It's men's basketball now. Your sports network at bcuchargers.com. And if the game is half as exciting as the girls' game, the women's game, we're in for a real treat. And I'll take it. Chargers retake the floor with a 14-14 record. 5-13 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Just a game out of 8th and final playoff spot when it comes to the postseason standings. So, for Briar Cliff, it's pretty simple. Continue to win. That's what you got to do. And that's what's in front of Coach Mark Svigera and his troops here tonight. Jamestown comes in 18-10 and even 9-9 in the GPAC. Briar Cliff averaging 87.5 points a game, giving up 84. Jamestown averages 87.7. They give up 80.9. On paper, these two teams are as even as can possibly be without being the other one, quite frankly. The round one of this game was on January the 15th. The Jamestown men 95-86 winner over Briar Cliff. So the Chargers trying to avenge the loss and run into the win column and get over the 100 mark on what has been an up-and-down campaign. But the fact is they can finish strong, and that's what they're setting out to do this evening. At Hastings, Northwestern at Dakota Wesleyan, Concordia at Midland, and Dort at Mount Marty, the remaining set of games inside the Great Plains Athletic Conference. But as we kind of said, these two teams kind of mirror one another, and Briar Cliff had a 3-game winning streak. They're now currently sitting on a 2-game losing streak. Jamestown was on a 4-game streak and are currently sitting on a 2-game losing streak. So, one of the losing streaks will end here tonight with Briar Cliff in the Jimmies. And it's time to take a look at the starting lineups for Jamestown. They were black from top to bottom out of Jamestown, North Dakota. And head coach Danny Neville. Isaiah Dobson wears number 2. He's a 6'2" senior guard from Stillwater, Minnesota. Number 11 is Jack Frazier, 6'3" senior out of Salem, Oregon. Terrell Alfred wears number 15, a 6-foot-tall senior from Orlando, Florida. Number 15 is Jack Talley, junior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And Brady Birch wears number 50, a 6'6" junior forward out of Melrose, Minnesota. For the Cliff University Chargers, white from top to bottom, the Cliff written across the front, outlined in royal blue. And Coach Mark Svigera, Ryan Forbes, and Ron Schultz, the assistants. Jaden Klein Esselink wears number 10 for the Cliff, 6'2" sophomore out of Sheldon. Number 22 is Ethan Friedel, a 6-foot-tall junior from T, South Dakota. Number 23 is the sharpshooter Jackson Lamb, 6'4" senior out of Greenfield, Iowa. Wears number 24, a 5'11" freshman out of Harrisburg, South Dakota. And big Austin Roteman in the middle, 6'8" junior from Pocahontas, Iowa. Big Austin wears number 25. Jack Talley, the leading scorer for Jamestown at 16.2 points per game. Terrell Alfred right behind at 15.2, and Isaiah Dobson at 15. Mason Walters at 13.9. Brock Schramm at 11.4, and Brady Birch at 11.3. 6-digit scores a contest for the Jamestown Jimmies. Pretty balanced scoring on their way to 80 per game, which is saying something. For Briar Cliff, they led in scoring by Jackson Lamb, 23.7 points per game, leading scorer in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Ethan Friedel at 16.2 points per game, and Jaden Klein Esselink at 12.1. Big Austin Roteman at 9.6. Nick Hoyt at 8.3, and Connor Groves at 8.1 points per contest for Briar Cliff. Briar Cliff ranks third in the nation, 3-pointers made per game at 12.8. Sixth in team for percentage, 77%. Hoyt's 3-point shooting at 51% is all-out video game stats, but anyway, that ranks 5th in the country. For Jamestown, they rank 3rd in the NAIA Division III in 3-point shooting at 40.5%, and 9th in field goal shooting. They shoot 50% as a team. This is a solid team. Are the Jamestown Jimmies. Obviously, when you score that many points per game, you were something right if you're shooting 50% from the field and scoring 88 points a game. So this is a darn good Jamestown Jimmies team. that they brought here to the Newman Flanagan Center. Obviously, like we said, Jamestown won the last time out, 95-86 of Jamestown, North Dakota. Time for basketball. Big Austin Rowan and Birch will make their circle so that we can get things underway. Game win over for time. The Charger women were 77-70 winner. Let's see if the Charger men can make it a doubleheader sweep. Jamestown wins the opening tip-off as they move from left to right here in the first half. I'm Justin Barker. Again, glad to have you. Jimmy's tally for three. Good. He'll start the scoring there. Well, we just talked about Jack leading scorer and how they are from the arc, and he shows it right off the bat. 3-0 Jamestown. Klein Hesselink will run the point. Nick Hoyt will take over. Hoyt will be guarded by Terrell Alfred. Hoyt through the paint. Trying to raise off for Klein Hesselink. Lamb trying to shake free. He's been everybody's focal point throughout the season defensively as the Chargers lose it out of bounds on the far side with 19 to go here in the first half as we are just underway. Jamestown with the basketball. They do not much in the do it. It's another high arcing three. Skims the backboard, no good. Does not draw iron, but throws it away. Stolen by Birch. Isaiah Dobson comes to a stop at the half-court stripe. Well, he'll wait for his. Alfred will throw it to Jack Frazier. Frazier draws the defensive assignment on Jackson Lamb in the early going as Talley drives on Nick Hoyt. He'll turn around, little baby hook, and it's good. Jack Talley with all 5 of the Jamestown points. Jaden Klein Hesselink will hand it over to Ethan Fidel, who gets to Jackson Lamb up top. Klein Hesselink gets a screen from Roman. Roman rolls on the screen. Klein Hesselink drives. His left hand laying it off the mark. Dobson on the drive. He'll stop in the paint. Throw up a little floater. It's good, and it's a 7-0 start for Jamestown as they start fast. Little under 2 minutes gone here in the first half. Klein Hesselink gets a screen from Roteman. Now feeds him with a bounce pass. Roteman on the low block. He looks back up top for Nick Hoyt. Hoyt drives left side. He'll turn, and he wanted to get it back up top to Roteman to win around the perimeter, but he traveled in the process. So the turnover will give they lead it by a touchdown. Coach Danny Neville working the lines already. Going with a sport coat tie look. I think that's a safe move because the tie just gets in the way. I mean, it's a solid, classy look. I get it. Long three off of the rim for Alfred, no good. But Coach likes to work that sideline, so he and Coach Figueroa both sport coat, no tie. We'll see how long sport coats make it. Sometimes longer than others, right? Talley gets the inbounds play. Lamb turns, fadeaway jumper over Lamb is good. Jack Talley with 7. Nice fadeaway jumper for Talley at 9-0 Jamestown. As they step up, defensive Klein Hesselink will drop right hand. Little floater high off the window, good for Jaden Klein Hesselink. First points of the game for Briar Cliff. 9-2. Our hard reflecting to see its scoreboard. Dobbs stops in the paint. He'll throw a fadeaway jumper, no good. Austin Roteman with a good shot. He'll hand it to Klein Hesselink quickly. He'll work at the floor for Briar Cliff. Klein Hesselink, nice bounce pass through heavy traffic. It was blocked down by Brady Birch. Figueroa sees something in the Jamestown defense, and he points out to his squad. Inbound to Klein Hesselink, now to Lamb. Lamb cuts through traffic and will pop it far side for Hoyt. Hoyt for 3, good. Nick Hoyt for 3. 9-5. Little 5-0 run here by the Jers. Frazier goes right baseline, cut off by Friedel. Birch it. He wants to post up Roteman. Shoots around him, no good. Friedel skies for the rebound. Friedel takes a few dribbles as he cuts through traffic all the way to that block down by Birch. He just didn't think he was going to get in that deep on the defense. Talley, long 3, no good. Free throw squirts a few hands and out of bounds. Last touch by Friedel. He was kind of towards the bound line as the ball behind him. Not able to catch it and bring it in. It'll be Jamestown basketball. Will inbound, and it goes to Frazier. Jack Frazier, top of the key. Alfred. He works down to Brady Birch. Looks near side. Talley for 3. Good. Jack Talley with 10 points. 10 of the 12 Jimmy's on the board are from Jack Talley. Klein Hesselink looks right down the paint. He'll back toward the beyond arc. Roten thought about a 3. He will shoot it from time to time. Klein Hesselink stopped. Will fire an open 3. Good. Austin Roteman. Not bad from out there. 24-68 on the season. Good screen up top by Birch. Dobson dribbles around it, can't get the running floater to go. Dobson over to Alfred. Alfred, no good. Frazier with the box out victory over Klein. Hessling put back good. Frazier makes it 14-8. 15-15 to play first half. Friedel gets a high screen. Roteman rolls. Roteman catches, and it's blocked down by Birch. His third block of the game already. And Roteman pushed it off Jimmy out of bounds. I believe Briar Cliff will get it. They will. Tony Bonner into the Charger lineup, 6'8" senior from Council Bluffs. He's been very, very good off the Charger bench. Also in Will Johnson, a 5'11" junior from Harrisburg, South Dakota. Inbound wide open for three, no good. Rebound Dobson. Dobson floats into the far corner, a little long for Mason, saves it in, but to Bonner for the Cliff. Johnson on top of the Johnson leaves it off for Jackson Lamb. Lamb steps into a drive now, turns right down the paint, lay in, good. Jackson Lamb with a solid play. Birch at the top of the E will swing it around near side for Dobson on the right wing. Dobson changes his dribble, shoots over Bonner, no good. Bonner partially deflected it. Birch comes out with it though, and rather able to go back up and score. Lamb thought about a very long three, won't take it. Bonner gives it right back to Jackson Lamb, who drives left side, lay in for the no good. Rebound by Jamestown, it's Talley near side. Talley gets a Birch screen. Talley drives, Klein Hessling fights through it. Talley leaves it off for Birch in the paint, fadeaway jumper, no good. Jackson Lamb down, Lamb run into and fouled by Jack Talley. That'll be first, team's first. Coach McGarrett calls in the play. Ready to run it. Johnson will take it and run. Friedel hands it off Lamb. Lamb about a three, drives instead, had it knocked out of his hands. Now Lamb will be fouled underneath. Lamb trying to go to work underneath if he can't find the better shot. Isaiah Dobson with his first, team's second. It's a three, and it's good from deep Jackson Lamb. Scene 13 after a start by the Jimmies, right back in it. Walters calling for it inside. Shaw with out of Alfred, who's laying, it's no good. Rebound taken away high up top by Mason Walters, who's put back in. Walters at 6'8", hometown product out of Jamestown, North Dakota. Makes it 18-13. Drives right side, cut off at the low block by Talley. He'll pop it back on top for Lamb. Lamb looks at a Bonner screen, but Bonner has to roll back down to the paint. Lamb bounces through the paint to Bonner, no good. Bonner missed back, no good as well, but a good feed by Lamb. Bonner will get that to go. He's just working hard. Dobson will slow it down with 12 and a half here in the first half. 18-13. James gets his top, but goes to Dobson on the left wing instead. Long three, Alfred looking straight on, in and out, no good. Bonner fights for the rebound and tips it over to William, who will work it for and across the half-court drive. Lamb looked to set a screen, it's bounced down. Instead, Bonner picking his way in, and he's hacked at and fouled. After the foul, Austin Roteman back to the ball game for Bonner. 12:07 to play first half, 18-13. To Roteman, high up top, who hands to Ethan Friedel. Friedel will turn to face the hoop. Had the ball knocked out of his hands. Friedel drives, right side, lay in, good, and an and one coming for Ethan Friedel. It'll go to Mason Walters, his first, team's fourth. Friedel to the free throw line. Free throw's good. Friedel with the three-point play. It's 18-16. Jack Frazier back in for the Jimmies. Jamestown with the basketball. Tally over to Frazier along the far sideline. Walters gives it back to the top. Dobson will come off and get it, guarded by Klein Hesselink. He wants the entry pass down low to Walters, but he's covered up. Walters pops out to set a screen. Tally drills through traffic. Tally, jumper over land. No good. Ropeman tips the rebound free and then grabs it in for himself. Ropeman with 4 rebounds already. Johnson the key, which is this dribble through traffic. Ball squirts through to Klein Hesselink on the right wing. Klein Hesselink makes a beautiful post move and left Jimmy back on the blocks. He worked his way right in front of the basket to lay it up and in. We're tied at 18. Tally feeds slow to Walters. Walters bodies Ropeman. Walters goes left to fade away. Shot no good. Klein Hesselink with a rebound. Near the midway point here of the first half. Klein Hesselink takes a few dribbles underneath the basket. Reverse lay-in. Pops out no good. Walters with a rebound for Jamestown. His 3rd of the night already. Dobson will slow it down a bit. Top of the key. Down for 3. No good. Rebound by Frazier. Put back on the left side. Wide open and good. Good offensive rebound by Jack Frazier. 20-18. Jimmy's back up by 2. Friedel starts a drive. He's cut off. Nice bounce pass through the paint to the cutting. No good. Pulled away by the Jimmies. With Dobson up top. Dobson we found by Will Johnson. Johnson's first. Team's first. Connor Groves for the first time tonight. Groves is a freshman out of Sergeant Bluff. Brady Birch back in Jamestown. 20-18, Jamestown Jimmy's basketball. Dobson's drive. Down to Will Johnson, who swatted it away, and he thought he put it off of Dobson's leg and out of bounds, but both referees called it the same. So it's Jamestown basketball. Alfred for 3 left. No good. He airballed. Frazier catches out of the air. The shot clock does not reset. And Jackson Lamb punches the ball out of bounds, so there'll be 4 seconds left on the shot clock. As we said on the air ball, shot clock reset. So the bounce play will come from the far side of the basket. Into Birch with 3, with 2. Birch underneath the basket. And it's right in to Mason Walters, who flips it right up over the front of the rim and in. 22-18. 9.5 to play first half. Some penetration by Johnson. Cut off over to Groves in the corner. 3. Good! Connor Groves for 3. 22-21. Alfred at the top gets a screen from Birch. Alfred dribbles through. Gets to the low block. Gets in deep and will draw the foul. Foul will go to Jackson Lamb. His first, team second. Well, Alfred will go to the free throw line where he's 84.5% to the good. Free throw, no good. Too strong off the back square. Alfred second, in and out, no good. He missed them both. Jackson Lamb will try floor with the dribble. Frazier picks him up immediately over to Friedel. Friedel, no good. Rebounded by Mason Walters. 22-21 Jamestown. 9 minutes to go first half. Birch sets a couple of screens for Frazier. He can't use it for an open shot. Good defense by the Cliff. Dobson will take a jumper at the elbow. No good. Birch will be on the back of Jackson, or make that Mason Walters. Sorry, that'll be his second foul. Team's 5th. Lamb had him boxed out pretty effectively, but up a few inches of height. 4 to be exact. Lamb's box out causes the foul. It's 22-21. Johnson had his pocket picked by Alfred. Alfred, right side, lay in, will be good. He faked and let Austin Ropeman run by and then went up for the shot. 24-21. Groves gets a screen from Ropeman. Over to Will Johnson. Johnson looks to bounce down to Ropeman, who's pushed from behind. Devin Praska into the ball game will collect the foul. Praska's first, team second. Praska more out of Thompson, North Dakota. Klein Hesselink back in for Friedel. Nick Hoyt back in as well for Will Johnson. Groves will inbound to Klein Hesselink as he ran all the way across the court to get it. Trying to shake loose on Frazier. Frazier, shot no good. 24-21. Praska to Dobson over Frazier. Frazier gets in at free throw line, penetrates. Get out to Praska, throw up a runner over Klein Hesselink, no good. And it'll be a jump ball on the rebound. Ropeman ties up Frazier, possession in Briar Cliff. Coach Danny Neville, I would say, has a more than a decent argument, because that's what Austin Ropeman did, the Jamestown player, pretty much exactly what Lamb had on him when he drew the foul, but yeah, we'll get a snicker out of it nonetheless. Charge run for three, top, good, swish! Austin Ropeman with 6, tied at 24. Talley drives, and that'll charge on Jack Talley. Talley's second, team's 7th. Jackson Lamb took charge. And it wasn't so much as Jackson Lamb taking the charge as it was Talley extending on the drive. And that's the kind of obvious indicator for the refereeing crew and the referees to blow the whistle on a charge when that arm extends and you try to push for position. And unfortunately for Jack Talley, that's what he did. That's his second foul. Klein Hesselink at the top over to Groves on the right wing. Groves dribbles towards the top of the key, now drives and turns. Back out to Klein Hesselink. Klein Hesselink dribbles with 10 on the shot clock. Lamb down to Ropeman. Ropeman back in left hand. I believe he traveled, he did. 5th turnover they whistled against Briar Cliff. 24-24 on what we might have thought would be a race towards 100 so far. Kind of a heavyweight battle with jab, 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 jab at each other. Works around screen, shoots over Ropeman, and Ropeman will pick up the personal, just unable to really establish some solid defensive positioning there. Team's third, but that will put Alfred on the free throw line. Alfred missed 2 early, makes the first here. Normally an incredibly reliable free throw shooter. And he can both. Terrell Alfred will put his team back up 26-24. Klein Hesselink works his way towards the top. He'll dribble around a little bit. Hoyt at point. Looks for a big drive. Hoyt cuts all the way through traffic and leaves it off for Klein Hesselink. Lamb sets a nice screen. Hoyt up to Ropeman, who's open underneath, and they call a charge. Austin Ropeman will get the second foul, team's 4th. Alfred pick it up near the center court circle. In front of the student section, drives inside, now turns left, shoots over Groves. Defended very well by Connor Groves. Jim's come up empty, Chargers come out with the basketball. Klein Hesselink will be bumped into and fouled by Praska. Praska's second, team's 8th. So now Praska enters all with 3 each for Jamestown. Ethan Friel will come back into the count for Connor Groves. Tony Bonner will check in for Austin Ropeman. Do not want Austin picking up a 3rd foul, if at all possible, before halftime here. Mark Chose into the ball game as well. Chos, spelled K-J-O-S. I asked if the K was silent, if the J was silent. You know, just trying to get a name right. Instead, the awesome radio broadcaster for Jamestown, he looks at me and says, nope, it's a C. All righty, we'll make it right then. Class and he hits both at 6. Tied again at 26. That's awesome broadcasters around the Great Plains Athletic Conference. 26-26 game. Jamestown with the basketball. Dobson cut off on a right baseline drive. Alfred fires for 3. No good. Rebound Heath Friedel. 3 points, 3 rebounds for Friedel so far here in the first half. He gets a Lamb screen. Friedel will stop and pop. Jump low. Dobson with a rebound. Chos with it. Down to Alfred in the corner for 3. No good. Klein Hesselink with a rebound. Friedel looking to work through traffic. Pocket picked by Alfred. That's his second steal of the game. Right side lane. Good. Terrell Alfred for the basket. He's got 6. He has got incredibly fast hands. Klein Hesseling drives around a couple of screens, underneath the basket, now turns it to low block, goes back up. Burt blocks it down, his 3rd block of the day. Jake Carley into the lineup for Briar Cliff, his first time today. Carley, a 6-foot-tall sophomore out of Trainer, Iowa. Jackson break. He'll stop and chat with Coach Figuera for a minute. Hoyt swings it near side for Jensen, who gives right back to Hoyt. He'll drive around a Friedel screen and leave it off for Klein Hesseling. 5 on the shot clock. Klein Hesseling, long, high, arcing feet, good. Klein Hesseling, 1-point charger, 29-28. 4:45 to play in the first half. Frazier sets to make a move. It's inside the free throw line, now turns at the high block. Turns around Carley, and they're going to take Carley with a foul. Carley's first, team's 5th. So it'll be Jack Frazier at the free throw line. Hadn't been a whole lot this year. Free throw is no go off the mark. He's 26 of 46. I was looking at the wrong line, sorry. So he's a 57% free throw shooter. Second for Frazier is good. He hits 1 of 2. Frazier with 5 points. Tied at 29. 4.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Fry continues to now. Klein Hesseling drives. Klein Hesseling stops. Low block. Fatal jumper. Carley and Bonner can't grab it in. Pulled away by the Jimmies. Frazier, the trailer, will put it into the hands of Dobson and works down Birch. Birch faces the hoop, drives on Bonner's back right, shoots over Bonner and scores. Tough post move by Brady Birch. 31-29. Fed down to Bonner. Bonner quickly goes right, and it'll be an offense foul assessed to Bonner as he looked to make his move. Team's 6th foul. 31-29 game in Jamestown basketball. Chargers shooting 40%, 10 of 25. Jamestown 12-32 for 38%. 3:59 to go for half. 31-29 Jamestown Jimmies. Dobson lost it. Unforced error out of bounds. Far side. Turnover to the Chargers. Just 3rd turnover of Jamestown. Klein Hesseling picks up his dribble, top of the key. Jackson Lamb back in the game. Will get a Bonner screen, but can't really use it. Lamb crisscrosses his dribble, drives, no good, but a foul right up by the rim to Brady Birch. First team's 9th. So Jackson Lamb will step up to the free throw line. Free throw is good for Jackson Lamb. He's got 6. Second one on the way for Mr. Lamb, and that is no good. Away. 90% free throw shooter on the season. 31-30. It's not something we're used to seeing. Birch wants to dribble, had it poked away from behind, catches, shoots over Bonner, and almost banked it in from Sean. Fights for his own rebound, pushes it out of bounds. So it'll be Briar Cliff basketball. Lamb dribbles around, first give it up, Klein Hesseling gets it back on the far side. Lamb for 3, short. Missed everything, but it goes off of Mark Chauson out of bounds. Some of the games already into the second half. GPAC play here is, of course, our game off to a late start with the overtime. Klein Hesseling for Roteman. Roteman picks up his dribbles, got to get rid of it. Klein Hesseling there to help. Over to Carley, fed down to Moore with 3, with 2. Carley to shoot the up top, it's no good off the front of the rim. Dobson starts to penetrate. leaves it off for Frazier. Right side of the circle, top of the key, fed down to Birch. Outside the near block. Birch misses a baby hook over Roman, no good. Jackson Lamb with the rebound. Three-pointer, Fidel, right wing, missed everything, no good. Carly can save it in, he was out of bounds. So it'll be Jamestown basketball. Frazier off on a drive. Jackson Lamb defensively. Birch in front of the free throw line, won't take the shot. He spins it at his pocket, picked by Connor Groves. 31-30 ball game, 1:50 to play first half. Groves thought about a three, now he'll take the dribble, he'll shoot a jumper. Jimmy's being patient. Dobson continues to dribble. Lamb good. Lamb pulls it out of the air. Lamb works the center of the floor. Lamb will leave it off. Friedel for three. No good. Rebound to Jack Frazier. Frazier stops at the top of the key. Dobson traveled as he looked to pump it. So Klein Hesselink and the Chargers set to pick up the floor. Trailing by one. Friedel looked to bounce it inside. It was kicked. Well, that's what the referee called anyway. It was a kick. So Klein out of bounds to throw back in play. Groves will catch it on the left wing. He looks at a few cutters. Friedel cuts through traffic. Blocked from behind by Brady Birch, and that's his fourth block of the contest. Birch does a very good job of using his long hand to get his hands around the basketball without using his body. An effective shot blocker. Klein Hesselink left open up top for three, and an offensive foul off the basketball. Austin Roman. That'll just be a second. Sorry, I had him for two earlier, and that's my error. So it'll be just the second one, Roteman, which is good. We don't want to have three. 59 seconds to go for half. Dobson does not hand it off to Alfred. Dribbles by. Birch catches up top. Back towards the top for Alfred. He'll fire for three around a screen. No good. Jackson Lamb with a rebound. Lamb's down. Lamb works into the front court at a quick pace. Lamb will get off for Bonner. They're called charge to Jackson Lamb. His second, team seventh. Ball back to Jamestown. Jake Carly back into the game. So with 36 seconds left, Jamestown will retake possession. Isaiah Dobson will walk it up the floor. Dobson will step back near the center circle and dribble. Klein Hesselink steps up. 13 on the shot clock, now 10. Dobson gets a bird screen. Klein Hesselink fights through it. Popped out for Alfred with four, with three. He'll fade away over Bonner and score. Tough shot. Terrell Alfred, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They're going to call offensive foul to Jaden Klein Hesselink. His first, his eighth. Be Jamestown basketball with 2 seconds left. And Coach Danny Neville will call a timeout with 2 seconds to play in a 33-30 game before halftime. So we'll see what they draw up. We'll give you a Square Tire halftime show. Around the stats, the scores from around the GPAC. So the game's well underway. Some already been halftime, some have passed halftime ago, and are nearing completion. Hastings and Doane under 7 minutes to play. Hastings. Concordia and Midland into the second half. Dakota Wesleyan and Northwestern into the second half as well. 2 seconds to play in the first half here. So Frazier's set to throw it in. Throw it into the corner. Off for three. Good in the corner. He buries at the buzzer. What a tough shot. We go to halftime. Jamestown 36 and Briar Cliff 30. We'll get you some individual stats here and some team stats in our Square Tire halftime show. But offered with a big three at the buzzer, he's 11. And he'll lead the Jamestown Jimmies at halftime. So it's 36-30. Briar Cliff being led by Jade Klein-Hessler with 9. Jackson Lamb and Austin Roteman 6 points each. And then it's Groves, Friedel, and Hoyt with 3 points each. For Jamestown, Terrell Alfred with 11. Jack Talley with 10. Jack Frazier with 5. Mason Walters and Brady Birch with 4 each. And Isaiah Dumpson with 2. Here in the first half, Briar Cliff 10 of 31 for 32%, 6 of 13 beyond the arc, 4 of 5 at the free throw line. For Jamestown, they are 15 of 39 for 38%, 3 of 13 beyond the arc, and 3 of 6 at the free throw line. Jamestown is out rebounded Briar Cliff 25 to 23, 8 offensive rebounds for Jamestown, 6 offensive rebounds for Briar Cliff. 5 assists, 11 turnovers for the Cliff, 4 assists, 5 turnovers for Jamestown. Bench score 4 to 3 for Jamestown, points in the paint 20 to 8 for the Jimmies. Second chance points 15 to 6 for the Jimmies, and points off of turnover 15 to 3 for the Jimmies. 36 to 30 time lead. We'll gather up some scores for you from around the GPAC. And we'll run down the women's slate of games that happened earlier. We'll do that next on the Square Tire Halftime Report on the Chargers Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. here at the Flanagan Center. Jamestown 36 and Briar Cliff 30. Some scores around the G-Pack. With about, let's see the latest update here with 2:26 play. Hastings 80 and Doane 70. 8:51 to go, and Dakota Wesleyan trying to pull away from Northwestern, up 62-44. Halftime, Dordt 46-45 over Mount Marty, and Concordia has a second half lead over Midland. I think about 12 minutes to go in that game, 56-51, the latest update from Fremont. Earlier tonight, fourth-ranked Hastings over Doane, 95-59. Northwestern up 13, Dakota Wesleyan 63-58. Was second-ranked Concordia 75-68 over Midland. 12th-ranked Dordt 63-42 over Mount Marty, and number 9 Morningside a 79-47 winner over College of St. Mary. It's halftime here at the Newman Flanagan Center, brought by Square Tire. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and get you ready for the second half on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. Getting to start the second half here at the Newman Flanagan Center. Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. Jamestown 36 and Briar Cliff 30. Chargers on the outside looking in the GPAC postseason tournament. The Chargers win with their overtime victory tonight, put themselves in a tie for the 8th and final playoff spot heading into the final day of the regular season on Saturday. Morningside won the Conference championship. They are the #1 seed. Dakota Wesleyan and Northwestern, who are in a battle right now, both sit at 12 and 6. Second place on the line at the Corn Palace tonight. Dakota Wesleyan up by 18. We'll keep tabs on that's to play. We start the second half here in our game. For 3, no good. Rebound falls in front of everybody. Talley picks it up. It's bounced over to Birch, and the Jimmies will have a second chance opportunity. Talley drive. Talley spins in the paint. Lamb gives no room to work. He spins around him, shoots up over him, and scores. Tough play by Jack Talley. Nice. Good basketball. Hoyt for 3 for the answer. Good. Nick Hoyt's second 3 of the game. 38-33. Talley wants to drive again. Talley drives in on Roteman. Blocks out of bounds. Good play by Austin Roteman. So Jeff Frazier will do inbounding for Jamestown. Into Alfred. Alfred drives baseline, cut off by Hoyt, and Alfred squirts through Talley's hands. He gets it back as he runs it down. Shot drive around Roteman, no good. Klein Hesselink with a rebound. Klein Hesselink up the center of the floor for Briar Cliff. He wants to handle Lamb. Lamb takes a long 3, top of the key, swish, Jackson Lamb. 9 net for Lamb. 38-36. Briar Cliff back within 2. Frazier cut off in the paint, shoots over Fidel, falling away for the basket, no good. And Hesselink with a rebound, he's on the run. He got Lamb ahead of traffic. Lamb catches, shoots on one without coming down the floor, and we're tied at 38. Good little start to the second half. It's an 8-2 run in the first minute and 45 of competition here in the half. Alfred with dribble. Talley wants a long, high, arcing 3, and it's good. Jack Taylor, he's got 15. 41-38, the lead. Seesaw is back in the way of the Jimmies. Hesselink will drive to the hoop. No good, but a foul coming to Jack Talley, his third. First of the half for Jamestown. So Hesselink free throw line. Klein Hesselink's free throw is good. .48 Hesselink got to convert. 17:40 to go in the game. 3-point Jamestown lead. Birch on the block, wants to make his move on Roteman. And Awfully. One with a little there as well. Mason Walters will drive. He'll put a running right-hander over Roteman. No good. Ethan Fidel with a rebound. Let to Klein Hesselink along the far sideline. Klein Hesselink will push it back to the top for Hoyt. Hoyt stops going, threw it away. Isaiah Thompson steal. He's got Frazier across the paint. Frazier shoots, left hand good. Frazier, Jimmy's answer, the Chargers run. 53-48. 43-38. Boy, every more possible. Klein Hesselink will get the end one opportunity. Boy, all thrown off. Fowler is team second. 43-40. Saw numbers and they all went different ways in my head. My goodness. Klein Hesselink for the 3-point play chance. It's good. Klein Hesselink with 12. 43-41. Dobson throws it soccer style over his head and down to Frazier. Birch will paint around 2 defenders and a foul coming. Let's see who's 2. It'll go to Roteman and he's third. He's first. Team's first of the half. Free throw for Brady Birch is good. He's got 5. 40-41. Second for Birch. Good. He hit them both. He's got 6. 45. Klein Hessling dribbles near side. He's got it opening to the basket and puts it up with his left hand for a right side lay-in. Klein Hessling kind of taking over. He's got 14. Seeing opportunities off the dribble and taking it and cashing in. Birch calls for it. He throws it off to the right wing. Just gives it up to Alfred. Alfred will dribble. Alfred stops. Almost lost the handle out to Dawson. He'll jack a long three. It's airballed out of bounds. No good. To Briar Cliff. So the Chargers trail by 2, 16-20 to play in the game. Klein Hessling works into the front court. Lamb gives him a screen. Klein Hessling drives. He'll be fouled. Can't hit a fadeaway jumper, but he'll go to the line 2 on Brady Birch's third foul, team's third. And Jack Talley will come back into the ball game. He's been tagged with 3 fouls already as well. Klein Hessling's free throw, good. Hessling with 15. Second one for Klein Hessling. Hits the front of the rim and falls shot. Brady Birch with the rebound. Just being guarded by Klein Hessling. The Talley near side, fed down to Walters. Walters backing it on Lamb. Walters, baby hook with a right hand. Good. Just flipped it up the nets. 7:44, solid post move. Just throw it away. Klein Hessling looking for Friedel. Looking at Klein Hessling. Hastings finishes off Doan 84-74. So Hastings will be a game up on the Chargers if Briar Cliff can win. Otherwise, that'll more or less seal the deal for the Broncos. Well, potentially, I guess. There is some tiebreakers in motion. Briar Cliff just needs to come out and win this one. Top of the key for Klein Hessling. Groves can't get it to him. Bonner gets it instead. Bonner spins, right hand, basket, Tony Bonner. Well done by the big man with a nice spin on the block. 47-46. Alfred thought about a 3. Wants to feed it down to Walters. Walters takes a few drills with his left hand and pushes out to Frazier. Frazier gets in underneath, almost slipped, turns back towards the hoop and shoots. No good. Klein Hessling another rebound. Hessling with 7 rebounds on the night. Going 50 points. Still leave it off for Groves. Klein Hessling back down to Bonner. Bonner backs in, banks it in, shoots and scores. Back-to-back trips and buckets for Big Toner. 48-47, Briar Cliff. 14:25 to play. Alfred on the drive as he steps into the lane off the dribble, lays it up and in. Little flip off fingertips. 49-48. Klein Hessling to make Dobson. Dobson fades away and scores. Nice little fadeaway jumper inside the free throw line for Jaden Klein Hessling. He has 17. 50-49 game. Talley for 3. Top of the key, no good. Rebounded by Connor Groves. Hessling races. So they lays it up and in. Talley unable to come across the paint to stop Klein Hessling, and it is turned into the Klein Hessling show. 19 points. 10 of which have come after halftime, and there's a full timeout on the floor. 13:48 to play. Briar Cliff 52, Jamestown 49. And after this on the Charger Sports Network. Thirteen minutes and 48 seconds left to play. 52-49 on your Heartland Chiropractic Associates scoreboard. Following the timeout, it'll be Jamestown basketball. Morningside had the night off tonight. Their win. We're down in Omaha, St. Mary, so they sit atop the conference at 17-2 as they had the game in hand heading into this evening. Everybody will play on Saturday. Play by Fidel. I'll check that one play Saturday. I believe it's Dort Men who will have the day off, if my math serves me right. Bonner catches outside the low block out to Groves. Groves will take a dribble to his left. Fires for three, no good. Mason Walters on the rebound. Groves hit that shot earlier. Talley drives, he'll shoot over Bonner, and he gets it to lay on the back of the rim just long enough to fall through. 52-51. And Essling wants to go off the dribble again on Towns. The brakes on, fadeaway jumper, good! Jaden Klein Essling now 51. 54-51, Chargers back up by 3. Chas the basketball, he wants the three, he'll fire and score. Mark from deep, tied at 54. Klein Essling to Bonner, back to Klein Essling, he comes to a jump stop. Gross. Back to Jaden Klein Essling. Klein Essling wants a three. No good. Ball goes out of bounds off the fingers of Mason Walters. Briar Cliff have 20 on the shot clock. And a chance at a bucket here. Concordia and Midland looks like it's going down to the finish. 70-78 Midland leads with 1:48 to play. Klein Essling lobs up top for Bonner. Back to Klein Essling. He looks right baseline. He's cut off. Lamb tries to set up screen. They bounce to Bonner instead. Bonner goes left. Now spins back to his right. And he can't get it to go off the bank. Missed the second chance. Put back. Third time's a charm for Tony Bonner. Never give up, big fella. 6 for Bonner. 56-54. Talley drives. Shoots over Bonner. No good. Fidel with a rebound. Excellent out on the big man, Brady Birch by Friedel. Lamb working on the wing. Lamb drives. Leave it off. Bonner fits his way through traffic. They're going to say the foul came before the shot went off. So Tony Bonner will go to the free throw line. Fouled Isaiah Dobson. So the foul, the fourth against the Jimmies, as Friedel's drive is off the mark. Bounce back to Bonner. His putback pops out. Fourth team foul against the Jimmies here in the half. Chas gets the runner to go, and he's got an 8-1 coming from the right side. Foul to Bonner, his second. Team second. Bonner with a nice round of applause. Is Austin Roteman checked back into the game. So it'll be Mark Chas at the free throw line. It's good. 3-point play. Cashed in. He's got 16 back lead, 57-56. Klein Essling works off a screen. Looks down low at Roteman. Back to Lamb. Open three. Top of the key. Good. Jackson Lamb. Lamb with 14. 50-57 Briar Cliff. Alfred up top. Alfred drives over the outstretched hand of Ethan Friedel and scores. That's just good one-on-one basketball. 59's on the scoreboard. Nearing the midway point here of the second half. Roteman will back his way in. Roteman right in front of the rim. Stripped, gets it back. Now turns right. Blocked from behind by Birch. Puts it back on his muscle. Gets it to go, and the one coming for Austin Roteman. Foul to Brady Birch, his fourth, team's fifth. Jack Alley back in for Jamestown. So Austin Roteman will step up the free throw line. 65% free throw shooter on the season. Free throw, good. Hits the front of the rim. But he did give the Chargers a 2-point lead, 61-59. 10 minutes, 25 seconds to play. Alfred drives again. On Roteman, he's in his hand. He's got 17. Really good at taking that last step off the dribble. Austin Roteman very effectively on that play. Tied out by Briar Cliff, tied at 61. 10-13 to play. 61-61 on our Chiropractic scoreboard. We'll be right back. 10:13 to go in tonight's game. 2 of the 4 men's games have already gone final here in the conference. (61-61) here at the Newman Flanagan Center. The Chargers being led by Jaden Klein-Hesselink with 21. Jackson Lamb with 14. Terrell Alfred and Kelly with 17 points each for Jamestown to help lead their charge. Chargers will inbound. Following Coach Figueroa's timeout, Connor Groves will put and play Jaden Klein-Hesselink. Klein-Hesselink to Ropeman. Lamb trying to shake Dobson, can't get it done just yet. Klein-Hesselink through traffic, now turns back towards the rim, puts up a floater, no good. Rebounded by Walters for Jamestown. Dobson will leave it off. Alfred will hand it over to Mark Choss. Choss, key, hit a free out there earlier, he'll drive instead. He flips it over to Walters, had his pocket picked by Connor Groves. Steal for Briar Cliff. Friedel heads now, drives left side, reverse lay-in to the right, no good. Mason Walters on the rebound. Dobson will dribble, top of the key. Down low, but good tally at the right side of the circle over to Choss. Into the hands of Fire. Good. Rebound run down by Mark Choss at the top of the key, and then he's by somebody. Jackson Lamb, I guess. Lamb's third, team's third. Jack Talley will inbound for Jamestown. 9-6 into Dobson. Dobson continues to dribble on the right wing. Now works towards the basket. Towards the rim. It goes up and over. It skims off the glass. Does not draw iron. No good. Connor Groves with the rebound. The freshman on off. Lamb wants a long three. Good! Jackson Lamb! 17 for Jackson Lamb. 64-61. Talley thought about jumping into a three to try to tie one up. Drives the paint instead. Talley comes to a stop over Ropeman. No good. Now the basketball. Lamb on the far sideline. Lamb on the wing. He looks towards the basket. Cut off. Ropeman catches. Goes to the top of the key. Backdoor cut. Friedel right side. Laying good. Ethan Friedel with 5. 5-point Charger lead. 66-61. He'll drive. He'll be challenged by the Chargers. Blocked down by Ropeman. Klein-Hesselink feeds Friedel again for a right side lay, and it's good. Friedel with 7. Timeout, Coach Annie Neville, Jamestown Jimmies. 8:08 to play. A full time out of the floor. Briar Cliff 68. Jamestown 61. Right back after this brief pause. Jamestown calls timeout to try to squelch the Charger run. It's a 7-point Cliff lead, 68-61, 8:08 to play in this evening's Great Plains Athletic Conference contest. Concordia has held off Midland 89-83. That game's final. That's just Dordt and Mount Marty and Briar Cliff and Jamestown left league. Dakota Wesleyan takes over sole possession of second for the time being. Fire three, swish up top. He's got a very soft release. Good rotation on the ball. It's net 68-4. Dell gets a Ropeman screen. Ropeman rolls, gets the catch, and scores. Austin Ropeman. Choss gets a screen at the top of the key. He drives the paint and stops. Out to Walters for three, no good. Jackson Lamb with a rebound. Be a foul on the play as Lamb started to drive out near the arc. Jerry comes first in the team's sixth. So not quite to the bonus yet for Briar Cliff. Next time around. Oatman makes the catch, wants to handle Lamb, can't get it to him. Friedel will pop out to the top of the key and get it. 15 on the shot clock. Friedel with a drive around Walter and gets the basket from 10. Make it 9 for Friedel. Sorry, three-pointer. Good for Jack Talley. He's got 23. Wrestling fouled in traffic. I believe that'll go to Walters, his third. It will. Teams, so the Chargers will shoot free throws for the final 6:41 of the contest. Klein Hesseling's free throw is good. Jaden Klein Hesseling with 22. Second one, no good for Klein Hesseling. 2. 6-point game, 73-67. 6.5 minutes to play. 3 timeouts left for Jamestown, 5 for Coach Figueroa. Walters backs in on Roteman, shoots over him, and a very late foul call will be assessed to Roteman, his fourth. Tony Bonner will check back in for Briar Cliff. Free throw is for Mason Walters. He has 7. Walters' second is good. Barely moves the net. He has 8. 73-69. A lot of time to play. 6 minutes, 20 seconds. Klein Hesseling on the drive. Will dribble it back around. He looked down to Bonner, but goes to Hoyt instead. Hoyt gets a Jackson Lamb screen. Hoyt drives. He'll put up a Walters lead in towards the basket. Nick Hoyt with 8 points. Offers a quick trigger. Won't take it. He'll drive instead. Steps around Bonner. That should be a travel. It is. Turnover back to Briar Cliff. Of the day against the Jimmies. He's gone to that move on. Bonner did a good job of sticking his hands up in the air and making him the move instead of collecting a personal foul. Good job, Tony Bonner. Klein Hesseling will spin out to Hoyt. Hoyt head fakes on the 3. Drives through the right wing where he'll leave it off for Lamb. Baseline jumper. Jackson Lamb from 10 feet. Good. Lamb has 19. 77-69. Chargers trying to create a little bit of separation between them. There hasn't been much either all night. Alfred starts a drive, stops, steps to the arc. Mark Choss with it. He'll drive. Feeds through to Mason Walters. Mark Choss through the defense to the left side of the paint. Walters was on the right side and had the basket. 71. Friedel has a 3 blocked out of the air by Alfred, and Choss runs it down. Choss dribbles. Frazier to Talley. Talley for 3. No good. Ethan Friedel with a rebound. Coach Figueroa has put on the brakes. Let's get a good shot. Friedel has 9 points and 7 rebounds. And a timeout by Briar Cliff. 4 left for Coach Mark Figueroa. It's a full timeout. We'll catch our breath as well. 77-71. Back after a brief pause. 4:57 to play. The Chargers Network. .457 to play here at the Newman Flag Center. Briar Cliff 77 and Jamestown 71. Briar Cliff being led by Jaden Klein Hesseling with 22. Jackson Lamb with 19. Jack Talley leads the way. He leads scores with 23. Terrell Alford with 17. Mason Walters figures with 10 for Jamestown. Both teams shooting well. Briar Cliff at 30 of 60, 50%, 10 of 20 beyond the arc, 50%, 7 of 13 free throw line. That's a bit of a struggle for BC there. Jamestown 69 for 41%, 7 of 3 beyond the arc. They're 8 of 11 at the free throw line. Jamestown 38 total rebounds, Briar 40 to this point in the matchup. And Hessling drives the paint, pump fakes over Walters, no good. Put back in an offensive rebound for Tony Bonner. He's got 8. Big play by Bonner, working hard on the glass. 79-71. Chas, the faithful and Nick Hoyle will turn and dribble right where it comes to a stop. Fraser on baseline. Friedel forces him back towards the top. Bound out, lost the handle. They'll touch Bonner last, but good defense by Bonner. 9 o'clock for Jamestown. Bounced right in front to Walters. Walters with a beautiful left-hand hook. Good, nice hit. 9:73, the big guys showing up here tonight for teams. Lamb off the dribble, left side to the basket. Lays it in off the bank, and will go to the free throw line on the three-point play opportunity. The 8th team foul assessed to Jamestown. The 3rd foul to Isaiah Dobson. Tally in for Frazier. Alfred will check back as well. Jamestown and Connor Groves will enter the BCU lineup for Nick Hoyt. 4:09 to play. Both coaches, pockets full of timeouts. Lamb's free throw is good. Jackson last 21. 15 have come after half. Make 22. 16 have come after half. Tally feeds down low to Walters. Walters made the move on bottom and pushes Dobson. Lamb's to guard him. Dobson comes to a stop. Pass over to Tally. Down to Walters. Far side of the paint. He bodies up. Bonner holds his ground. An air ball. Good defense by Tony Bonner. Connor Groves comes out for Briar Cliff. 82-73 BCU. 3:35 to play. Friday basketball. Friedel gets a Bonner screen. Defense works through it nicely. Klein Hessling at the top of the key with 10 seconds. Feeds a low bounce pass down to Bonner. He's from behind by Jack Tally. That'll be Tally's 4th. Team's 9th. That'll put Tony Bonner on the free throw line. Bonner's good. He'll get one more line off the charge bench. Second one on the way for Turner. Big bend of the knees, and it's no good. It rolled off to the far side. Tally collects the rebound. Mason Walters with a double-double for Jamestown. Got a foul play here to Jackson Lamb. His 4th, team's 5th. Walters 12 points and rebounds, so the player to achieve a double-double. That guy's in the neighborhood. Birch has double-digit rebounds, 6 points and 10 boards. Klein Hessling, Bonner, and Friedel. Dobson hits the free throw. Lamb with 22 and 8 for Briar Cliff. Dobson hits them both. He's got 4. 83-75 with 3:15 to play. Klein Hessling, top of the key, will take the spins to his head and lays it in. A beautiful dribble drive by Jaden Klein Hessling. 10-5-75 Briar Cliff. Tally off the screen. Tally to the left block. Turns, fades away, shoots, no good. Friedel battles for the rebound and wins. He'll outlet to Lamb, which fits. Slow down. Klein Hessling will come out inside their circle and receive the basketball. Tally comes to guard him. Klein Hessling looks to shake Tally off the dribble, but backs up a bit, calling for Lamb. Lamb sets a screen. Klein Hessling flips it through to Bonner. His lay-in is no good. Out. Jamestown basketball in a 10-point lead, or 10-point deficit for Jimmy's. Briar Cliff up 10. Tally for 3. Good. Make it Briar Cliff up 7. Tally has 4 3-pointers here in the second half. 26 on the night. He's hit 6 from beyond the arc. Lamb coast to coast. And a foul will be called on the Jackson Lamb drive. It'll go to Brady Birch. That'll be it for him. He will foul out with 6. Just kind of waiting to see what happened there because it kind of froze for a minute on the play. Lamb drove and was looking to leave it off to Bonner, but Mark Choss back in the ball game. For the Jims, Austin Roteman back in for Briar Cliff. Tony Bonner gets a high five, a smack back hug from Mark Svagera because he has played hard tonight. Lamb's free throw. In and out, no good. Wow, 2 tonight for Jackson Lamb at the free throw line. Kind of pressing a little bit. He'll step back up, try to make 1-2 with his team up 85-78. Second one for Jackson is spot on and good. Jackson Lamb with 23, 86-78 game. Choss dribbles around a screen to Walters, to Dobson, back to Choss. Long NBA three, in and out, no good. Talley tips it back to Alfred, top of the key. Alfred drives. Talley open three near court. Good. Talley with another three. He's got 29. 86-81. Lead cut back to 5. Top of the key for Klein Hessling. Now to Lamb. 95 seconds to play. Lamb off the dribble. Top of the key. Now left side of the paint. Stops, pops, fades away. No good. Dobson with a rebound. Mid-20 and counting. Dobson looks to step through traffic, lost it, picked up by Cliff. It'll be Briar Cliff basketball and a timeout for Figueroa. So Briar Cliff will get the possession. It'll be a 30-second timeout. 86-81, 1 minute and 18 seconds to play. Coach Figueroa, 3 timeouts left. Coach Danny Neville, 3 timeouts left. Jamestown has committed 10 second-half fouls, which has put the Chargers into the double bonus. Briar Cliff has fouls to give. They have committed 5. So 1:18 to play. Chargers looking to header sweep. With Doan on Saturday for Senior Day. Doan has had an unfortunate struggle throughout the season. Boys and women's basketball for the Doan Tigers. Doesn't mean they'll be any less of a challenge on the day of the regular season as well. 1:05 to go, 15 on the shot clock. Klein Hessling draws out near the center court stripe. Down to 10 on the shot clock and a minute to play. Klein Hessling ready to make a move. Hessling does make a move. Gets to the low block. Turns. He'll fade away over Talley. Can't bank it in. Saves it in. It's tipped way up for Groves. And the Jimmies are going to, well, they are not going to foul. They're going to play through it. I don't quite understand that. Klein Hessling drops. He's going to play keep away. Now, Mason Walters will pick up his 4th foul, but about 15 seconds went off the clock. Jamestown really could have used. Klein Hessling will to the free throw line. Good for us fans, but Klein Hessling free throw is good. Jaden Klein Hessling with 25. 87-81 with 35 seconds left. Second one for Klein Hessling. Good, spot on. Jaden Klein Hessling with 26. Dobson through traffic to Choss. Choss thought about 3. Now he'll fade away. 3, no good. Run down by Klein Hessling. Flipped over to Jackson Lamb. Lamb will often be fouled with 21.6 seconds left. 7-point Charger lead. And that's Mason Walters, his 5th. So he will foul out of the contest. 12 points and 11 rebounds, a double for Mason Walters. So it'll be Jackson Lamb free throw line. Free throw, no good off the front of the rim, Jackson Lamb. Lamb now 3 of 6 at the free line for the night. In 126 and 40 for 90%. Second one for Jackson, though, is good. Most importantly, it's an 8-point lead. He could care less if it's in a win. Dobson steps into a long 3, no good. Talley rebounded, put back, that is good. Talley with 31, and a foul will send Jackson Lamb right back to the free throw line. I believe will pick up the foul, just his first. Lamb's throw is good. Lamb 5. Second one, Jackson Lamb is good as well. Lamb with 26. Long 3, Dobson. Deep, no good. Connor Groves with a rebound with 4 seconds. Groves is able to dribble it out, and the Chargers able to get a victory on a huge scoring second half. Briar Cliff outscores Jamestown 61-47 in the second half. Go on, pick up their 15th victory of the season. They're now 15-14 and 6-13 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference, putting them a game behind Hastings with one game to play going into Saturday. But Briar Cliff wins it 91-83. Lamb and Klein Hessig share the team scoring high with 20 points for Briar Cliff tonight. A massive outing by both the men's and women's basketball team this evening, and the doubleheader sweep goes to BCU. Again, the final score 91-83. We'll run down the individual scoring for you. And here we go. 26 for Jaden Klein Essling, 26 for Jackson Lamb, 10 for Austin Rotman, 9 for Ethan Rydell, 9 huge points for Tony Bonner, and 8 for Nick Hoyt. 3 for Connor Groves. That's your 91 total points for the Briar Cliff University Chargers. Jackson Lamb does finish with a double-double, 26 points and 10 rebounds. For Jamestown, Jack 31 points, 21 in the second half. Terrell Alford with 17. Mason Walters, 12 points, 11 rebounds, double-double for Mr. Walters. Jack Frazier with 7. Brady Birch with 6. Mark Choss with 6. And Isaiah Dobson with 4. Briar Cliff shoots 33 of 60 on the night for 49.2%. They were 10-20 from the arc for 50% and hit 50 of 24 for the free throw line, just 62.5%. Uncharacteristic for the Cliff there. Jamestown shoots 32 of 79 for 41%, 9 of 29 beyond the arc, 10 of 13 at the free throw line. Briar Cliff out rebounds Jamestown 46-43. 12 offensive rebounds for Briar Cliff, 14 offensive rebounds for the Jamestown Jimmies. 13 assists, 13 turnovers for Cliff. 12 assists, 9 turnovers for Jamestown. Both teams credited with 5 steals. 5 shots for Jamestown tonight, and if memory serves, Brady Birch got them all. He's real good down low. For Briar Cliff. Bench scoring 18-12 for Jamestown. Points in the paint 44-42 for Briar Cliff. Second chance points 22-12 for Jamestown. Points off over 17-7 for Jamestown. So Klein Hessling and Lamb scored 26 each. Lamb the leading rebounder with 10. Jaden Klein Hessling, kind of a stat eater tonight. 26.7 on 7 assists. Well done, man. Well done. For James, Jack Talley led to 31. Mason Walters 11 rebounds. Terrell Alford had 4 assists to lead his team in that category. So the updated standings have Morningside up top 17-2. Dakota Wesleyan and sole possession second at 13-6. Then it's Dort at 13-7. Game in hand. Dortmund finished for the regular season. Northwestern at 12-7. Then it's Concordia at 11-8. Mount Marty at 10-9. Jamestown 9-10. Hastings 7-12. Briar Cliff 6-13. Midland at 5-14. Doane at 2-17. So the Chargers have done what they need to do and give themselves a chance heading into Saturday. Final scores throughout the conference tonight. All games are final. On the women's side of action, number 4 Hastings 95-59 over Doane. Northwestern upsets number 13 Dakota Wesleyan at the Corn Palace 63-58. Second-ranked Concordia on the verge of back-to-back regular season titles in the GPAC. They win 75-68 and proved to win one of the conference, a game ahead of Hastings, again with 1 to play. Dort over Marty 63-42, and it was 9th-ranked Morningside 79-40 over College of St. Mary. On the men's side, it was Hastings over Doane 84-74. 9th-ranked Dakota Wesleyan over Northwestern 93-76. Concordia 89, Midland 83. And 21st-ranked Dort, 92-80. Marty, Dort's their 22nd win of the campaign. So we look forward to Saturday here at the Midland Center. it'll be senior day. We will celebrate some amazing players on both the men's and women's basketball teams that have put so much into this Charger program. On the women's side, it'll be Alyssa Carley, Brianna Allen, Dreckman. On the men's side, Andy Geelan, Tony Bonner, and Jackson Lamb. So Saturday will be in honor of seniors, and we'll have it for you here on Charger Sports Network, starting a little bit before 2 o'clock. 4 o'clock tip-off for the final Saturday of the regular season GPAC play. And we'll be happy to bring it to you. So that'll wrap it up for our activity here at Newman Flanagan Center tonight. Great day to be a Charger. Game number 1 in overtime. The Briar Cliff in 77, Jamestown 70. On the men's side, Briar Cliff 90, Jamestown 83. Good night, everybody, from the Newman Flanagan Center. On behalf of the Sports Information Department, Megan Glover, and everybody that helps out throughout these games. Thank you, Megan, the Sports Information Director here, for all that you do, and we'll look forward to Saturday. I'm Justin Barks. Good night from Briar Cliff University, the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com.